Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. Strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of Superman.
Zeg Films.
Subscribe.
Hello and welcome to another video. A couple days ago, I finally watched Superman for the first time from 1978. This is a film that I've wanted to see for quite a while because I've always really been a big Batman fan, and I'm sure most people have been, but I never really cared about the rest of the DC until very recently. When I finished watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, I started watching the DC animated movie universe. I'm starting to see that there's a lot more to DC superheroes and DC stories than just Batman, and there's something inherently cool about Superman that really made me want to see this film. We all know the story of Superman. His home planet Krypton was being destroyed, and his parents willingly sacrificed their own ability to escape the planet so that their son could escape as just a baby. This is because they know as parents their number one responsibility is to their son, and ultimately their lives are for him. And so they willingly give up their own lives to ensure that he can survive, while simultaneously giving him the information and stories necessary to grow into a good man. His adopted parents on Earth understand this too. That's why they bring him in the first place rather than bringing him straight to some government people. They willingly take on the risk of being persecuted by the government in order to protect this child because they know how important that is. They know how inherently important it is to protect children even if it's not their own. This is a showing of the traditional family structure, which is something that is inherently lost in modern America. Our marriage rates are drastically decreasing, and this is a massive problem in the country. It's one that leads more and more people down the wrong path, which everybody knows that something is going horribly wrong, that things are getting drastically worse, but nobody seems to really want to find the reason. Having more people who are willing to take on the responsibility of protecting and raising their own children and putting their own lives on hold for the sake of their children will ultimately make for a much better country for everybody in it, a much better society, and much better people. Now, on a less deep note, this film's soundtrack is beautiful. John Williams is really incredible. He knows what he's doing when it comes to music. The opening credits just soar by as this music swells, making you really feel a sense of pride and strength. Something that really excites me, gets me really friggin' hyped, is just watching these opening credits. But the film itself opens by showing us the Daily Planet, and it's talking about this newspaper that's devoted to truth and transparency, trying to make things great, which, if you pay any attention to modern news, is again something that is massively lost right now. Superman is supposed to represent the ideal American man. He's supposed to be this symbol of perfection, of truth and strength and honesty that we can all aspire to be more like. I mean, we can't fly or catch helicopters in midair, but we can all become stronger. We can all become more honest. We can be brave. We can be courageous. We can be righteous. We can fight for truth, justice, and the American way. He literally just wants to stop the world from killing itself. It's really great to watch this man just be so pure and honest, trying to help people. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. He doesn't want to get vengeance. He doesn't want to achieve some form of self-justice. He wants to achieve true justice. He wants to achieve truth. He wants to help improve the state of the country and help people. That motif is such a strong showcase of exactly what we need more of in order to make this country better. Truth, justice, and the American way. He's also incredibly disciplined. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't fall for the seduction of Luthor's girlfriend or whatever the hell she is. He stays disciplined and stays focused on his goals, and will not deviate from that in any way. I mean, these are all great traits that every single person would drastically benefit from. This movie is also about natural hierarchy. Superman is seemingly perfect. He is exceptional. And for most of his life, he's told that he should try to hide his perfection, try to hide his exceptionalness, keep his powers a secret, keep his greatness a secret. But eventually he realizes that it's not only okay, but it's good to be exceptional, and that he should not hide his gifts. He should use them to help people, to better the world. He has a responsibility to help those who are less exceptional than he is. He has a responsibility to help the dysfortunate. And that is really part of what makes him such a Christ figure in every story he's in, but especially this one. He is literally called upon by an otherworldly father to use his exceptional gifts for the betterment of mankind and the betterment of the world. That is literally the story of Jesus Christ, which is another video entirely, but basically almost every modern Western story, or at least 80% of modern Western stories, are in some way based on the Bible. Rather than try to hide his greatness and become equal with everyone else, he uses his greatness for the betterment of the world and to help the less fortunate. Superman does not limit himself or his greatness. Instead, he works hard to become the strongest and greatest version of himself he can possibly be, so that he can be more effective and better, so that he can help more people. Jordan Peterson says all the time, you need to become the best version of yourself you can be, because if you're not the best version of yourself, then you cannot do your best work. On the other side of that, you have this man who was blessed with great intelligence, and he uses it for selfish reasons. Lex Luthor is the perfect antithesis to Superman because he is very smart, he's highly intelligent, which is something that Superman lacks. Superman is much more average to lower intelligent, but Lex Luthor uses that intelligence for his own self-gain. He uses it to make more money, to better his own place in life. He does not use it to help anybody but himself. Now, Clark Kent can be a little annoying with how dorky he gets throughout the film, but that is really just a cover so that people don't suspect him of being Superman. He really hides his confidence and his strength in this sort of caricature of a dorky kid from a small town going into the big city. Well, gee, Ma, I'm gonna leave town. I'm gonna go to the big city and find myself a job. I'm gonna do some great things, Ma. I'm gonna go out to the big city. And then he gets mugged within the first day of living there. It's really funny, actually, when you really think about it that way, because, again, Superman does not need to act like this. He's Superman. A bullet's not gonna hurt him, but he still cowers at the gun because he's trying to look that way. He's trying to appear as someone who's scared. Plus, he's really never faced any actual threat like that before. Despite knowing full well that that gun will not hurt him, he's still scared of it because he's never seen it. He's never been around that sort of people before. He's always been in this small town with generally nice people. The meanest guy he's ever met in his life up to that point is just some jock football dude who bullies him a little bit, and even then, not that big. That's not that much bullying. He puts on this persona of this stereotypical dork in order to hide who he is, and that persona can get pretty irritating. But it is also very funny to watch him stumble around knowing full well that he could deck every single person in the world at once. And on that note, this film is very cheesy, and that cheesiness can put a lot of people off. But to me, that cheesiness is a good thing. It gives this film the character that it needs to be an American classic. It represents a time period in the United States where things were much simpler, and I think that if we could get back to that sort of simpler worldview and that simpler way of thinking and looking at things, we could genuinely be a much better place. I have personal struggles with self-control and self-discipline, and lately I've been trying to inspire myself to be better through rather dark things, dark media, dark music, and in the case of superhero movies, Batman especially, which not a lot of people are ready for this, but Batman is not someone to aspire to be like. Batman is dark. Batman is tortured. Batman himself does not want people to be more like him. He blatantly says that he does not want Robin to be anything like him, and that's part of why he helps Robin.
Robin needed to help bring the men who murdered his family to justice.
So he could turn out like you?
So that he wouldn't.
Batman is not someone who you should aspire to be like. Superman is someone you should aspire to be like. Superman is strong, he's confident, he's honest, and his goodness, his brightness, his light is something that helps people and something that could motivate more people to become better, could motivate us to become more honest, more respectful, more kind to each other, be generally better people. That sense of righteousness and this inalienable duty to truth and justice in the American way are things that so many people could drastically benefit from, and it's something that, generally speaking, we could use a lot more of. So despite the fact that you literally cannot turn back time by changing the rotation of the Earth, that's absurd, this film is incredibly good. This film showcases a good sense of morality, of truth, justice in the American way, and it really gives a positive motivation to help improve everything. It makes me hopeful. And knowing that there are people out there who see this sort of thing and aspire to be like this man, whether they know it or not, truly does make me hopeful. It makes me happy. It makes me realize that things are not that terrible, that things will get better. As long as we all use our great gifts and stay strong and stay courageous and stay disciplined, whilst not forgetting to have a little bit of fun along the way, we can all become better. Superman is undoubtedly the model of a perfect American man, and all of us should aspire to be more like that. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Share the video with a friend. We love when people share the video with a friend. Got through all this stuff, right? We got like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a friend. There's nothing else, right? I don't think there's anything else. I think I'm good. I'm trying to do more 2-minute outros. I'm doing the 2-minute outros. We're doing like John Doyle. The 2-minute outros are fun. They give a little bit more character. They give me more of a sense of that we know each other, because we do. I'm your best friend. No, I'm not. I'm not your friend. Don't think about it that way. I don't. Odds are I probably don't know you, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm trying. All right. Right. Thank you all again for watching. There it is. And have a nice day.